What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight! Alright, we're coming back to Arch Enemy. Yes, indeed. Arch Enemy fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. This is a request from Mike H. And Mike H wanted to see me react to this song by Arch Enemy called A Fight I Must Win. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Blackness9, and the video has 408,504 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? You ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. Alright, here we go. Arch Enemy, A Fight I Must Win. Lyrics. Okay, well, we know how lyric videos are. Sometimes on the screen, sometimes they're not. So, we'll see what happens here. Alright, let's do this.
Alright, boy, let's do this!
Don't get me wrong, I like the intro, I do, but you don't want an intro to go on for too long, especially if it's just going to keep repeating the same phrase over and over and over again. Now, in this case, the intro, it built. It did build. It started with strictly strings, guitars came in on top, keyboards came in on the third phrase, so, and that was fine, but I'm sure you saw me do this. I was like, all right, let's move on. Let's get to the next part. So, and they did. Right when I was hoping they would, they did. So that was really well planned out, really well done. I'm glad they did not make that too long. So good on them. All right, we're into the song now from the sound of it. Let's see where this goes. Ooh, yeah. I was right. I took a guess. I took a gamble.
One thing I know for sure. This is a fight I must win. With
at the beginning when it came in, I was kind of smiling because I was like, I was sitting here, I was listening to the guys like, I was thinking to myself, okay, there's two ways I can approach this. I can go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which would not be out of Arch Enemy's wheelhouse. It wouldn't be. It'd be right in there. Or it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And I was thinking to myself, how's this going to go? And I decided to take, I honestly, I just flipped a coin in my head. And I said, let's go with the slower tempo. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm not going to lie, though. When I heard those offbeat hits, those offbeat accents, the one, and, I was like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not in there. I should have gone with the double time. I should have gone with the faster speed. No, actually, it turns out I was right. It was lucky guess. But I'm not kidding though, man. When I heard those offbeats, I liked them. But it was like, oh no. I'm going to have to go here now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But no, it's at that halftime feel, which feels really good, by the way. I am really digging the pacing on this song. Not as fast and aggressive and borderline frantic that I've heard from them in the past. This is much more laid back in the pocket. It's still on top of the beat. It's still there. It's still right on top, but it's not cresting over. It's just sitting there right on top. And that's not bad. That's not a bad thing at all. You want to have that to help drive the song forward, but it's not pushing forward like in a chaotic fashion. It's much more laid back, and I'm digging the feel. I am absolutely digging the feel on this song. Let's keep going here.
I must win. I can feel the coming storm. There's a demon I have to control. One more fight, I must win. Fight the demon dwelling within. I'm not like I was before. I'm something less, I'm something more. This life has been mistakes. Action clock stays on the beat. One thing I know for sure. This is a fight I must win. I can feel the coming storm. There's a demon I have to control. One more fight, I must win. Fight the demon dwelling
I like that snare hit. I like that snare hit on the end of 4 on the first measure. So you got a 2-measure phrase, right? On that section there. On the first measure, you hear the snare on 2, but instead of coming in on 4, it comes in on the end of 4. And I picked up on that, and I was like, that's really cool. I dig that. I dig that feel. Because in the next measure, it just goes straight ahead, 2 and 4. But then on the third measure, it's 2, and then on the end of 4, and then on the fourth measure, it's 2 and 4. So it's offsetting, and it's really cool. It's just a nice, it's something so simple. And I know I've made comments, I think, who is it I commented on? I think it was Kai, from Nightwish, when he did something very similar. And it's such a simple thing. It's such an easy and small and simple thing. But it absolutely grabs your attention. It does. It makes you go, wait a second. And then on the next measure, when they do it straight, you're like, Oh, maybe I was hearing things. And then they do it again on the third measure. You're like, wait a minute, now hold on. Now, I'm not imagining that one. But then on the fourth measure, they do it straight. And you're like, what the hell's going on? It's something so small and something so simple. And yet it really gets the effect that you want. And that is to grab the listener's attention and not lose it. So kudos to them for doing that. Still digging the feel on the song. I like how they put the title of the song. Usually when bands write a song and they're writing lyrics, usually they will put the title of the song in the chorus. Arch Enemy didn't do that here. They made the title of the song, and they took the title of the song and they put it in the last line of the pre-chorus leading into the chorus. I thought that was pretty interesting. It's different. It's not something that most bands do. I mean, there are bands that will put the name of the song in weird places, but I mean, there are bands that won't even mention the name of the song within the lyrics of the song. They won't even say it. And that, I've never understood that, but in any case, no, it's really interesting where they put it in here, though. Pretty cool. Anyway, let's keep going here. Switch up. Huh. Okay. Okay, now they're driving the point home. Now they're driving the point home, repeating the name of the song over and over and over again. Now, would I call that repetitious? I would call it repetitious, except for the fact that they're doing it at the end of the song to make that final statement. Now, if they had taken that same approach and they had put that, like, let's say, before the guitar solo, and they just kept repeating the line over and over and over and over again before the guitar solo, I could see myself getting upset at that. I really could. I could see myself getting a little upset and like, why? Why there? Why are you driving it home there when we're not done with the song? But because we are coming up on the end of the song, it makes far more sense. It makes a lot more sense. Because there at the end, it's that driving point. You know what I mean? So it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. And I got no issue with it at all. None. Which is weird. But it's fitting. It's absolutely fitting. Let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. Oh, are they going to end how they started? Good ending. Good ending. Wow, that was a ride. I enjoyed that. I absolutely enjoyed that. Now, how much I enjoyed it, gotta think about that. But I did enjoy it. Let me think about it. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Arch Enemy with a tune called A Fight I Must Win. This was a request from Mike H. All right, I thought about this, and I had to really think about this because I have a score. And if I'm going to give this score, I better have some really good, compelling arguments as to why I'm giving it. And believe it or not, the arguments came pretty quick. I didn't have to think very hard at all. Not for very long anyway. But I wanted to make sure. So I double and triple checked myself. And I had to do all the equations in my head. Like, is this really the score I'm going to give? Okay, why? And each time I asked myself that, the answers came. And I was like, after about the third time, I was like, okay, all right. If the answer is going to come that quick, then obviously those are the reasons. Then those are very compelling reasons. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, yeah, I'm going to give that a 9.1. Yep, 9.1. I feel great about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I enjoyed the hell out of this song. I did. I'm sorry. I cannot even hide it. This was absolutely right up my alley. And and the first thing I'm going to say as to why that is okay, well, no, let me do it now. Let me do it now. The main reason. The pacing on this song. The feel on this song. The tempo on this song. This song, unlike other Arch Enemy songs, this song was not pushing ahead at 220 beats per minute. This song was not pushing ahead at, 120 miles per hour, okay? It just wasn't doing that. This song took a much more laid-back approach, which really allowed me the opportunity to really get into the groove and feel the song. Don't get me wrong. I like Arch Enemy songs, even the fast ones, the super fast ones. I enjoy those too. I do. I like the aggression. I like the energy. But when you have a song like this, the energy is still there. The aggression is still there. But it's much more, I don't want to say reserved, but it's much more held back because it's relaxed and more back in the pocket. You know what I mean? It just, the groove on this song just felt so good while still maintaining that aggressive feel and that aggressive nature through what the guitars were doing and what the bass was doing. Not so much through what the drums were doing. Now, don't get me wrong, the drums were playing strong, the drums were playing tight, but they weren't the whole time. You know what I mean? I mean, it was more. It's still there. It's still there. The drive is still there. The energy is still there. It's just much more relaxed. Giving me, I don't know about everybody else, but giving me the opportunity to really kind of sit back in the pocket and groove with it, which felt so good. It felt really good. That was like the main factor for me. Now, there's a lot of other factors, though, okay? The guitar playing, super tight, as always. You know, I've come to expect that from Arch Enemy, and I expect no less. So, kind of becoming victims of their own success in a way. You know, now it's expected. You know, if I don't hear tight guitar playing, I'm going to slam them. You know, I'm going to absolutely slam them. Like, what the hell happened, you know? So they've kind of become victims of their own success in that regard. But that's a very big compliment because now there is that expectation of excellence. And anything less, it's not going to hold up. It's just not going to hold up at all. So that's a big compliment to get to that tier, to get to that echelon. It's not easy to get to that tier. I'll tell you right now. At least not for me it is. It's not easy for me. But, you know, but they've definitely reached that tier without question. I could actually hear the bass in this. I had to search for it. It is there, but I had to really, really search for it. But I did find it, so it's not being completely buried. It is in the back. Don't get me wrong. It's mixed way into the back, but I could still hear it. The drum mix on this was nice. I really dug it. The bass, the kick drum was not overbearing, like I've heard some other songs before. Not even just for them, but from other bands as well, where each kick, you know, each hit from the kick drum sounds almost like an 808. It's like, oh my God, no. They're bleeding over into each other. No, the kick was tight. The kick was super tight. So whoever mixed the drums, kudos to you. Really nice job mixing the drums. Cymbals weren't too bright either. I can't stand it when engineers sit there. Let's turn up the highs on the cymbals. Why? They're bright enough. God, please don't do that. And they're sitting there with the condenser mics, you know, right over, like seriously, like hovering over the ride and hovering over the crash. And I'm just like, why would you do that? Oh, dear God. Vocally, was this... I'm assuming this is Alyssa. I kept seeing Alyssa in the artwork, so I can only assume this is Alyssa. Would I say that this is Alyssa's best work? No, I would not say that. I would not say this is Alyssa's best work. I've heard her do better on other songs. But what she did fit the song. What she did was not overly done. It fit the mood and the tone of the song. So basically what I'm trying to say here is she did what the song required her to do. Like I said, though, I've heard better from her in the past. I have. But no, what she did here on the song, it fit like a glove. So I'm not knocking what she did. All I'm saying is I have heard her do better. That's all. That's all I'm saying. So it wasn't super impressive vocally from her, but it fit, and I got no issue with it whatsoever. The last thing, another one of the, I wouldn't say it's a big thing, but it is a contributing factor to the 9.1. It's kind of what pushed it from a 9.0, I mean, to a 9.1. I love it when songs end with the beginning in mind, or they begin with the end in mind. That's 7 Habits. So yeah, they begin with the end in mind. So they knew how they wanted to end, and they started the song the exact same way. Or they could have taken a less proactive approach, and they started the song that way, and then they say, you know what? Let's end how we started. There's that possibility too. Honestly, I don't care how they did it, but they did it. And that's the important thing for me personally. I love the fact that they were able to start with those strings and build up with the guitars, build up with the keyboard addition. And then when they ended, keyboards came out, guitars faded out, and we were left with strings to end the song. I love how they did that. That's very, very smart songwriting. I dig that. I absolutely dig that. Could they have ended it with just, you know, that final hit, bomb, 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 just hit it and let it fade? They could have done something like that. Sure, they could have. But instead they took a more intelligent approach to the songwriting, ending it how they began it. And I can absolutely appreciate that. It shows a lot of thought going into a song. It's not hard. It's not hard to think about an ending and go, how about this, guys? We just hit one note and we just let it fade. And we'll fix it in post, and we'll fade it out in post. And everybody goes, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. That's a cop-out idea is what it really is. You're going to make every song do that. It's like, come on, guys, really? You can't think of any other way to end a song? No, but Arch Enemy did a great job with that. No, I dug the song. I absolutely dug the song. I loved this song. As a matter of fact, I would say, I don't know if it's my favorite. I don't know if I would go that far, but it's up there. It's definitely up there on my list of favorites from Arch Enemy. I would absolutely listen to this song again in a heartbeat. So that is why it's getting the 9.1. So 9.1, final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you'll enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference to me at all, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.